Welcome back. Let's go meet Wake Pick. I have the vault portraits. I hear Peeves gave you quite a bit of trouble. The chaos have been the talk of Hogwarts. For my part, I'll smooth things over with the faculty. You have caught a break in that most professors have been preoccupied with efforts to save the coast students. Now let's have a look at the vault portrait. Very interesting. Do you recognize the vault? Do you know where it is? Dragons, find me when you are ready. What? That's it? That's quite a lot. Preparing dragons is no easy feat. Any dragons in this painting, why do I have to prepare for them? One must always ready sword and shield before facing any dragon. Look at that fine suit of armor in that portrait there. Where is that suit and armor? It will serve you well in a dragon's lair. Not now, Sir Callaghan. We have very important coast-breaking work to do. What about dragons? I have questions for you, then go and ask them. There is no time to waste. Now you know all you need to know about dragons. All I know is that I don't know enough. Come to my classroom after you have prepared. Then I'll teach you the conjunctivitis curse, good for temporarily blinding the dragon. We may have to blind a dragon, perhaps. Now I need to go and study this vault portrait further. That was rather frustrating, don't you think? Now you wish to speak with Sir Callaghan. Now I need to decide how to prepare for dragons. Aren't you friends with the young wizard Charlie Weasley? It's rare that he passes by without talking about dragons. That lad's a bit obsessed. And where will you meet Charlie? Why does that matter? You're preparing to do battle with a dragon. Where you prepare can be just as important as how you prepare. Now it's quite alright. I'll just pick a place. Seems the best place to start to study. I'll meet Charlie there. Now there's the fine young knight I know so well. I bid you safe passage to the library. Thanks for coming to the library with me. I'm excited that you want to talk about dragons. Most people ask me to stop. Suppose we can't talk very loudly about dragons. It beats our usual outings. I'm glad we finally have the vault portrait. She told me to prepare for dragons before we go any further. You picked the best place to start. I'll need to do more than read about dragons to prepare to face one. How you prepare could depend on the breed of the dragon. Knowing a Provarian Vapor Truth has venomous fangs is something you'll want to remember. If that's the dragon I'll have to face. Spins knows a lot of history about encounters with dragons. If you want more facts but don't have time to read, you could just have to stay awake long enough to get answers to your questions. I can do that if I have to learn everything about dragons. Are you going to fight a dragon? I'm going to at least prepare to defend myself against one. I'm not scared. You usually are scared of everything. Suppose that's true, but I saw how scared everyone was showing the recent chaos, and I realized I must look like that all the time. In fact, I was just reading a book about wild nifflers. That's terrific that you're getting braver. Keep it up. Thanks, nifflers aren't so scary. And do you remember when we had the giant niffler outside? They would have trampled upon us. That's something I hadn't thought about. I think it's great that you want to get braver, and there's nothing wrong with being scared sometimes. I wonder what's going on with Ben. He's probably just ready for a change. Right after you and my brother break the Poacher Coast, back to the dragons, I'm off to Professor Binns. Told you we would have to face a dragon in the coast vault. Not exactly, she said, only to prepare. Bill and I are apprentice coastbreakers, so I would wake back tell you about the dragons and not us. It's because I showed Wakepick the vault portrait, that's when she brought up the dragons. I don't know, she wouldn't tell me when I asked her about it. Wakepick did say she would teach us the conjunctivate this coast. Now see, that's the headline, you should have started with that. Where's Bins? Let's get this bone stuff out of the way. Where are your classmates? Are they late? There's no class right now. We have come to learn about dragons and Romanian longhorns, Norwegian ridgebacks, Hungarian horntails, and Chinese fireball. Let's start off with the dragons. Any dragon we had come to learn what to do if we ever come across a dragon. The history of dragon, let's begin. If I may interrupt, we need to know less about dragons themselves and more about how to defeat a dragon. Let's continue the exit the Chinese fireball and the crimson specked with gold. Take note, the crimson and gold shells are highly valued by Chinese wizards. Where are you going? To find some practical advice about how to face a dragon from Haggard. Have you forgiven me yet about the troll and the drain gowns? I don't think the troll's forgiven you. He was a mite angry when he came to his senses. It was all Diego Kaplan and I could do to get the troll back to the Forbidden Forest. But as for you, I can't stay mad at you. You're a thoughtful one, throwing me that birthday party. I know your heart is in the right place. I hope you got what you needed out of all the trouble you caused. I got the portrait of the next coast vault. It should help us to break the coast. I want to learn about how to face a dragon. Did you learn nothing from facing a troll? I had a feeling you'd be upset if I asked. So I know you're not asking because you're studying dragons for your exams. Charlie's too much of a fan of dragons. Professor Binns just spouts the facts about dragons and what they have done throughout history. And this is still about breaking the coast and saving the students. There could be a dragon and only the coast vault will be entering. Here's what I know about dealing with dragons. I shouldn't have told you all that, But you have helped a lot, thank you. Promise me you won't go facing a dragon alone, especially if you don't know what breed you're dealing with. In fact, you should try to get what you need in the vault, steering clear of dragons if you can. How would I recognize one of those black scales spiky with horns, especially its tail? It's very, very dangerous. At least you're leaving some of the coast bacon to grown-ups. I'm off to see Wake Pick now. It's time to learn about the conjunctivitis coast. It's been a while since I've had all my apprentice coast breakers together. I'm sure Mr. Weasley has been preoccupied with graduation, fast approaching, and congratulations on completing your owls. Thank you. I think Doc has been the busiest of all, wreaking havoc to get that vault portrait from Peeves. I enjoyed it. At times it was frightening and I certainly needed a lot of help. But I can see why Peeves like making trouble so much. I'm assuming you have done your homework. Binns gave us a ton of historical fact. I chatted with my brother about dragons. I think Doctors did too. And Hagrid gave me some brilliant advice about dealing with particular breeds of dragon. What about the vault portraits? After studying further, do you know where the next coast vault is? What's important is that you learn how to cast this curse. Can't it though, with it breathing fire and all? Do you want to learn the curse or not? Alright, now you give it a go. Just practice. Obviously, you shouldn't cast the conjunctivitis curse on each other. I can't tell if you are warning us or daring us. Let's save the curses for the dragon. Well done, appreciate apprentice coastbreakers. You just might be ready. Ready to find the next coast vault, ready to save the coast students, ready to hear from someone who's seen a dragon up close. We will talk about going to the vault afterwards. Students, most of the puffskins are napping. You have come to toss them about. Why would you think we have come here to do that? I come here sometimes to throw puffskins around. It helps me think. Hellborn lets me. The puffskins don't mind. Some even seem to enjoy the spirited play. If it's not the puffskins, then what brings you here? We came to talk to you about the dragons. Wakepick says you have seen one up close. I make regular visits to dragon sanctuaries. Despite the obvious hazards of a wizard with wooden prosthetics roaming around. Would you like to hear about it? Yes, we'd like to learn whatever you can. But of course, all of you know better than to go looking for dragons. What if we weren't looking for dragons, but one found us? Should hope you would avoid it entirely. Dragons are dangerous creatures. So we'd know some of what to expect. Which dragon is known for venomous fangs? Well, it's the vapor tooth. You and Charlie would be correct. My brother's really on when it comes to dragons. He was the very first person I went to. And let's say you find a dragon egg that is crimson specked with gold. Isn't it Chinese fireball? Yes, that is correct. The eggs of Chinese fireball dragons are crimson specked. Perhaps I dozed off during that part. Here comes one more for you. What's the furthest distance? Hungarian hotel? I fucking didn't see this answer. 80 feet. Only. Oh, I was gonna do 50, but the distance could mean the difference between life and a fear of death. Even one wrong answer is too many when it comes to dealing with dragons. So this is the part where we do exactly what Kettlebone just told us not to do. I love this part. The curse must be broken. You'll recognize you. How often do you come here? Not often enough. I like the atmosphere. I think I can sense in the air. If you think the air is dirty, you should see the glassware. Just when I think I have you all figured out, you surprise me. But you're the one who wanted us to meet here, because I don't want to be seen hanging out with you so much around Hogwarts. People will start to think we are friends. Oh, what is it that you wanted to talk to about anyways? It's time to find it. Wakepick seems to think so. She said she would talk to us about it after. And I wanted to talk to you before we talk. To Wakepick, you know what to expect. You have been to more coast vaults than I have. How many coast vaults have you been to? None? So tell me what it's like. You brought a notebook to take some notes on what I, of all wizards, have to say. So what if I did? It's alright if you are worried about going to the coast vault. For the first time, I didn't say I was worried. It's normal to be nervous anytime one goes into a coast vault. Perhaps you are nervous, but I'm not nervous. So you brought that notebook to doodle in. Forget the stupid notebook, I shouldn't have brought it. We are in this together if we are going to survive. Alright, fine, I'm a little nervous about going. If that's what you wanted to hear. I'd be worried if you weren't nervous about going to your first time. I can tell you what it's like inside the coast vault, but it may put you more at ease if I actually train you for what to expect. Before you turn down my offer, at least see what I have in mind. So what do you think? Will you let me train you to enter the coast vault? Well, if that's important to you, I suppose I'll let you help me prepare. You should be thanking me for being so open-minded. Where do we start? In the coast corridor. So this is the coast corridor. I thought it would feel different being somewhere coast. It's alright, I'm used to it. So what now? The entrance to the coast vault we are looking for is in here. I hadn't considered that. What do you mean our only clue is the vault portrait and it doesn't show the vault's entrance? Which could mean it's a very hidden entrance, and if a secret entrance to the coast vault were to be hidden anywhere. Are we finishing each other's sentences now? You just finish mine. When I start finishing yours, that's when I'll order. The two of us working together like this is going to take some getting used to. Let's start by searching for a hidden vault entrance. We have searched every inch of the corridor, no secret entrance. If there's a hidden vault entrance here, it's hidden well. Why don't you give me something more active to do to prepare? So you want your training to continue? I want to stop hanging around in the hallway. How do you feel about dueling practice? Wakepick had us preparing for dragons. What if we have to duel one of those? But we can practice dueling a beast. I have just a beast in mind. I'm not dueling anything without my dueling instructor. So let's go and find Diego. It has been a long time. Thank you for meeting us. Have you returned? My horde welcomed me back after I returned that was so they ahead. And was the sleepwalking coast broken? Yes, it was. But now we are facing a new coast. There are students trapped in portraits. So then are you searching for another coast vault? We are actually not sure where exactly the vault is. Is that why you have brought your friends? Yes, so when it comes to breaking coasters, I always need the help of good friends. I've seen Thorn, and it's because I'm shocked and just called me a good friend. Is Mula's dual instructor, he's giving me lessons too. Are you always so bold? He's like this with everyone. I'm a friendly wizard, that's all, and I have never met a centaur. I may encounter a dragon in the coast vault. This is the first time hearing that you'll be facing dragons. We have already dueled a troll. You keep finding ways to top yourself. We know, and I can think of no better practice than dueling a beast as powerful as yourself. I've experienced it firsthand. Now it's Mula's turn. I'll duel a centaur. We agreed that I'd train you so that you'd feel prepared. Dueling the beast and one as strong as Chuvos is part of that training. Okay, let's duel Chuvos. Oh, he's almost down for the count already. Damn. I got shot again. Oh my god, that animation takes so long. Well done, it's the dueling lesson I've given you, no doubt. Chuvos is the dueling partner, but since our last duel, you have become far more powerful. Rubbish, I'm the most powerful, I'm ready to prove it now. Oh, she got knocked down. Stand back, I want to try again. I'm supposed to be training you. If I could give you a piece of advice, you and Mila will be stronger together than you would be divided. And I appreciate friends and the other centaurs all the more now that I'm back in the fold. You're saying you and Mueller should have dueled him together. You're an interesting human. You'd be less exhausted and Mueller less frustrated if you teamed up against me, and it will take a formidable team to break the latest coast. Then you'll like my next idea of brushing up on our skills. It's time to head back to Hogwarts and the training grounds. So the two of you are spending time together. Did I miss an apprentice coastbreaker meeting? You know me, Bill. I like to be overly prepared before going into the coast vaults. That's right, since I'm such a powerful witch. Alright, if you say so. So why did you vote me into this part of your training? We'll be practicing our spellcasting, and we are going from dueling a centaur to just spellcasting. Thought you'd say that. That's why I built this you. Are you suggesting a spellcasting competition? Mila and I cast spells on trained enemies. Based on our demonstration, you decide which of us is the more powerful witch or wizard. Too late. Let the games begin. The winner of the spellcasting contest is both of you. Says who Bill would say so if he wasn't doing his job right. He's saying it was a tie. You're being impossible. And this is what I wanted to vote. See you later. I'm out of here. I put Bill in a rough spot, then let's just agree that I won. It's a credit to you too. Isn't your training supposed to be boosting my confidence about entering the coast vault? In terms of boosting your confidence, I may have gone too far. It's my weird way of saying thank you, alright? I feel better prepared. But we could both always be more prepared. We can never train enough. Fine, but then enough of you training me, now I'll train you. Okay, train me. Let's see what you have to offer. If that's a challenge, though you may regret it, will you at least tell me what you have in mind? Does Wakepick know we are in her classroom? Are you kidding me? After I told her what I'm about to teach you, Wakepick offered her classroom. Well, how do you mean you haven't always completely trusted Wakepick? I'm not even sure you do now. Makes sense because I want to be just like her when I grow up. That's why I didn't want Wakepick to know I was nervous. That's why you came for help. If she knew I was afraid, I don't know that Wakepick would have felt that way, but I'm glad I've been able to help you. The Killing Coast. What? No, it's not like I was going to cast it on you. I'm just going to teach it to you. It's an unforgivable coast. I can never use it. What if we need in the coast vault? You keep telling me how dangerous it will be. This is just like when Wakepick tried to teach us the Cruciatus coast. She wanted to teach you that coast instead of me. Now I want to talk to you about it. Tell me more. I can't believe your parents taught you the Killing Coast. You want to judge my family? Let's talk about your brother. I'm just surprised any parent would teach a kid something so unforgivable. And by the way, I can't believe you would tone down a lesson from Wakepick. Perhaps if I spend even more time with Wakepick, she will think of me first. Don't think so personally. Whatever it won't. If you won't learn the Killing Coast, do you want me to teach you a different attack spell? Yes, as long as it's not an unforgivable coast. I'll teach you the fiend fire. You need to stop telling me no. But a huge bewitched flame, that's advanced dark magic. Did your parents teach you that? No one's taught me. I have been studying it on my own. That shouldn't happen. Something's gone wrong. Do you know how to cast Archimenti? I botched this up. What should we do? Fiend fire can't be extinguished with ordinary water. Even your misfire would be far too powerful. Let's start with even attempting to cast a bewitched fire in my very flammable classroom. Did you find a bug or a small rodent, something to kill? Didn't want to learn the killing course. I can't say I'm surprised. I didn't think that you would be. I hope you two are prepared to enter the coast vault. Time is near. I'll let you both of you and Bill know exactly when. Never apologize for doing what you know in your heart that you absolutely must do. Aren't you both late to lunch? I need to take good care of yourselves if we are going to be a strong team. I don't know that we have ever had a meal together without one of us having ulterior motives. What do you want from me now? I already thanked you, and I appreciate it. I know what a chore it must have been. But in Wakepick's classroom, when we were talking about your parents teaching you the coast, I've only heard rumors about them, about you. I'd like to hear the truth, at least your part. I want to know more about you because we are going to the coast vault together. We don't know what will happen, so practice trust in me. You didn't tell Bill I was scared about the coast vault before, so I'll share with you more than I would have if you betrayed me. I was wondering if you would get around to giving me credit. Told you in the coast coda that the two of us teaming up together would take getting used to. My mom and dad were Death Eaters, you know that. They weren't always nice people. So how did you find out that my parents were Death Eaters? I remember being little, pushing up her sleeves as she kneeled to tie my shoelaces each morning. You saw the dark mark on her arm. Yeah, it's rather scary for a little witch. One day I asked her about it. She told me all about you-know-who. She was so proud. No, it was just me, but even I was too much for my parents. But perhaps my parents are why I'm ambitious too. When it's an ambition to reach new levels of cruelty, sometimes I can be cruel, and not only for you. Do you think people can change though? My parents couldn't change, that's why they are in Azkaban. How old were you when they went to prison? So then what is it like for you now without them? Home to an empty house? Who takes care of you? You think I can't take care of myself? Your brother's missing and you get out by just fine? My aunt, my mom's sister, she's my guardian. She comes by often. She just pops in. She doesn't live with you. They watch me and the judge. Some leave threatening notes at the house. I barely go out. My aunt isn't a kid. I can't blame her for not wanting to be around. But perhaps, but sometimes my own will send me. Not anymore. Let's say we put an end to that. At the very least, perhaps now you understand why I'm the way I am. Perhaps your parents couldn't change, but you can. Starting to think so. It's all Wickpick who choosing me as an apprentice. It's made a real difference. As for our differences, breaking the coast is bigger than any one of them. So then let's break this coast. Yes, together. While you meet in here out and open to avoid suspicion, you should stick to your normal school routine. So it's happening, it's time to enter the coast vault. Then you have figured out where the vault is. Every indication points to being underground, so we won't find it on Hogwarts ground. Patience. First in, we'll need more help. Do you know another student who would be good fit to join us? I have friends. Darkus is my friend. You're calling Darkus your friend now? I wanted to try it out. It's not working for me. I do hope you'll all sharpen your focus by tonight. Who shall we take into the coast vault with us? You keep circling back around Charlie and Penny. You choose? Why me? Bill will have a bias towards his brother, whether it's for or against. As for Mula, she never questions my good judgment, so I will leave the choice up to you. That's a tough spot to put Darkos in. The tough spot will be in soon as inside the coast vault, so who do we bring? Let's bring Charlie. I'll choose Charlie. If we run into a dragon, he'll be able to help us the most. Now all you have to do is go and convince your friend to put himself in great risk. All you gotta say is you could meet a dragon and he'll say, sign me up. Thanks for meeting me. Of course, you and Bill have been so busy apprentice coast breaking. I'm chuffed to see either one of you. It's about time we caught up on just ordinary stuff. I do need to speak to you about something out of the ordinary. We are going to the coast vault tonight, and I want you to come with us. Just asking the Ron Weasley. Thank you. This means a lot to all of us who have been working hard to break the coast. I feel like I don't know what I have just got myself into. Nice try. There's no getting around that. What we are about to do tonight is crazy and dangerous. I'm going to find Bill and use what time I have left to prepare. I can help. I didn't know you spent time at Hogshead. I told you and Charlie when I overheard you talking about dragons in the library. Sometimes being brave just means trying new things. So you are new to the Hoghead's Inn. Does it always smell like gold? So is that what you and Charlie were talking about? You said you needed help tonight with something crazy and dangerous. When did you become an expert eavesdropper? We are going to the coast vault tonight. There could be dragons and all sorts of terrible danger. But Bill and Mula and I have been training for this. No, he hasn't, but I won't take no for an answer. That was me being brave. I suppose I can't talk you out of this. But I think it's a bad idea that you're coming with us. You're unprepared and still easily shaken. Well then, you should probably come along with me now. Cause breaking moves aren't really a thing. Portkeys, let's begin the history of Portkeys. Could we have a moment, please? I need to consult with my students. Anything you'd like to tell us? Like what in the world Ben Cooper's doing here? He's insisting on joining us. If help is what you think he can provide, Ben Cooper can come with us into the coast vault. Brilliant. was Charlie Weasley studying like he's cramming for a dragon's test. But I don't like the position you have put me in, and I don't like having to recruit my unprepared friends for something so dangerous. But why are we here? Something about pokies? Why is everyone questioning Professor Wakepick? All she's done is try to help and train us. Mr. Weasley's question, I have asked Mr. Binns to give us the private lecture about pokies and their history. For now, listen and learn about pokies. Thank you for that rousing lesson on Portuguese. It certainly will be of use to my students in the special project. May we have the room? And I still don't understand. My research suggests that the vault portrait is a portkey set to activate tonight. The vault portrait that you jump through hoops to get from Peeves will take us to the coast vaults. That's brilliant. I'm pleased that the news has woken you up. A portkey is an enchanted inanimate object activated to work during a certain window of time to take all who grasp it to a prearranged destination. It's why we don't need to know where off Hogwarts ground we'll be traveling to, so that's why we can't see the entrance. It doesn't have an entrance. There's no entrance. We'll be transported directly inside the coast vaults. I have some last preparations to make. You look terrified. I'm trying to be brave. Have you changed your mind about joining us? That means I must have no exit. Come with me. There's one last thing we must discuss. Professor Wakepick, if this is about my question and your judgment, it's not. It's about your brother. What about him? If you haven't thought about what you'll say to him, if you should ever find him, then you should think about it. That's rather cryptic. I know lots of things that you don't know. For instance, I know that tonight, whether we fail or succeed, it will be a battle. And if we should die, I'll need you to take the lead. Bermula is your favorite. Mila isn't ready, but she's grown quite attached to me. If you would have to look out for her. Do you really think you'll die tonight? I died before I would die before I let anything happen to any one of you. You'll need to know what to do if that time should come. You said you needed to talk to me but you're only leaving me with more questions. Proper battle outfit would be a good place to start. Now you look ready for battle. I'm not sure if I feel ready for battle. This battle waits for no one. Tonight we fight. Get which portrait? Let's go to the training grounds with the portkey at once.